So I might do this every once in a while. I don't want to review a whole series of movies, so I might just cram them all into one video. But now I haven't watched all of these recently, but I have watched the original five. I've never watched the original five. Um, the original five Planet of the Apes movies were never something I'd ever seen before. I got the set at a yard sale for about $5. This is the 50 Years of the Planet of the Apes 9-film collection. Now, I should state, some of you all might be confused that there's 9 because a lot of younger people are growing up with this new trilogy with Rise and Dawn and War for the Planet of the Apes. This franchise actually started, I believe, in 1968 with Planet of the Apes, which was actually a script written by the writer of The Twilight Zone, and he wrote the film, the script, and it got changed over production, but the ending didn't change. I'm going to spoil the ending. The ending kind of shows you the whole thing of the series. You have this astronaut, he crash lands on Earth, and he wakes up, and he's on Earth. But he doesn't know he's on Earth. He thinks he's on an alien planet. There's these sophisticated monkeys, apes, and he's like, oh. And, he's just kind of seeing what's happening. Humans are treated like animals. It's a very weird kind of world. He loses the ability to speak for a while, and that's a very horrific part of the movie. But basically, he realizes he was on Earth the entire time, and that changes the whole story of the movie. And then there's, in the second one, stuff happens. So I'm going to go over all the movies in the series, but I'm going to go over this set because a lot of people don't know about this set. 20th Century Fox, you dropped the ball on marketing this very well because there aren't very many copies that I see unboxed or people talk about, but let's start with this. So this pops open here. So now this does form an image. I'm not going to show you the whole image. I'm just going to show you all the movies in order of which film is which. So we have Planet of the Apes. Here's the original poster for the original Planet of the Apes movie. Now, I'm going to have to look here because a lot of these titles are very confusing. It's Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Beneath. Conquest and Escape from Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes, the Tim Burton remake. Or reimagining. We'll get to that in a minute. Planet of the Apes, which is, this one's Rise. Oh yeah, we also have the final chapter, Planet of the Apes, which is Battle for the Planet of the Apes. And Dawn and War. So I kind of did some out of order, but you get the point. That's all of the posters, and then they form like a cool 50 years of Planet of the Apes poster in the back, on the back side. Now, I don't have a good table that I can set this up on and show you, but that's kind of the idea here. It's kind of a cool, nifty set. Personally, I think these kind of things are useless to me because it's it's not like an actual poster I can put on the wall. It's just this weird thing that I have with this set. And it's a cool, inclusion, but at the same time, what would I do with this, Especially when you have an image. The image is so large that it would probably take up, there's a guinea pig cage right here. It'd probably take up the whole spot that the guinea pig cage takes up. It's a pretty wide thing. So, what would I do? Tape them all together and put it in a frame? It would kind of be awkward, and it wouldn't look very good. It's really weird, and it's hard to put together. There's so many pieces. We're talking about 9 different pieces. Pretty wide thing. I think it's awkward. I don't get the point of them. Regardless, you pull this out. Here's Caesar on the front, and here's young Caesar, new Caesar. You know, and here's the back. You get an ape fist. Caesar, Caesar. And you get a list of each movie. Here's the first 5. So it starts with, of course, the original Planet of the Apes, 1968. Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Conquest for the Planet of the Apes, and Battle for the Planet of the Apes. And then on the back, we have Planet of the Apes 2001. We have Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and War for the Planet of the Apes. Now, starting with Conquest, we have the theatrical cut, and then we have the unrated cut. And Battle has the unrated cut, theatrical cut, and extended cut. Now, Battle's seen as the most boring of the series, which I agree with. But it has an extended cut. So if you think this movie was already boring, you can make it even worse. I don't know why any of these movies have unrated versions. They don't really add much to the movies. But yeah. So let's talk about these. So here's your little tray here. So this is Planet of the Apes. We have Beneath the Planet of the Apes. I'm gonna talk about all these movies towards the end, but I want to talk about some of the bonus features and different things. We have Escape from Planet of the Apes. We have Conquest for the Planet of the Apes. Now, Battle is actually in the player right next to me. We have the Burton remake, and then the newer trilogy is in 4K. This set runs about $35, which, okay, is fair for 9 movies. It's more than fair, honestly. But I feel like if they'd upped the price to $50, we should have gotten all these movies in 4K, or at least the original. These older movies would look so much better in 4K if they updated them and did really good transfers. But I think a lot of people don't remember the original Planet of the Apes anymore. I'm sure there's older people do, but these younger people don't. And so it creates kind of this issue here of, do you want, how, would that sell very well? And I don't know. And it's a Disney thing too, right? 20th Century Fox owns the rights to these. Well, Disney owns 20th Century Fox, and they're kind of killing off their physical media market. So we may not get any more 4Ks out there unless they're the newest and latest Marvel movie or whatever, or Star Wars movie. So let's talk about the bonus features. The first thing that is really great about this set is you have an actual ape. When you put on the Blu-ray, there's not any ads for anything on this set. You get a CGI ape. I think it's the wisdom leader. I'm forgetting the ape's character's name, and he narrates what the film is about, and he doesn't spoil anything. He doesn't go blah blah blah. This happens, but he kind of he narrates what the movie's about. It's will the apes survive? And this chronological continuation of the Planet of the Apes story, which I think is awesome. It kind of gives you this sense of scope and atmosphere of how long this franchise is. Like I said, 50 years of this series. This franchise is 50 years old, and it's actually 52 years old now. But that is awesome. I love that aspect to this set. I really enjoy that. There's tons of bonus features, director's commentaries, deleted scenes, different cuts of these movies. It's a very beautiful love letter to this series. And I think 20th Century Fox did not do a good way of marketing the set, because this set is really put together with a lot of love and care. It's fantastic. As much as I'm I'd like 4K updates of the older movies. They probably weren't going to do that. But I think this set is fantastic, and I think if you're a Planet of the Apes fan, no other Blu-rays do the series justice, just like as much as this set does. So let's start with the first movie. The first movie, with the twist and all, is fantastic. It is so effective. It feels like a really great episode of The Twilight Zone, and I love it. The second movie, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, is bad. I guess spoilers, the world explodes of the apes, and you have this kind of weird group of people who are mutants, and they can take off their skin. It's just, it's weird, bizarre, and there's nothing really that good about it. It's terrible. It's just such a strange direction. The second movie, we have Caesar's parents escape from the planet exploding, which was the events of the last movie. Well, you watch them escape, and they end up in modern day Earth. I guess modern day Earth when the movie came out. You know, it's not modern anymore, but you get the point. And, you know, it's about them raising Caesar and how they become celebrities. It actually has a lot of character drama. I think it's really good. Conquest for the Planet of the Apes kind of continues on Caesar growing up and getting ready to fight against the humans. I think that one's fantastic. But then when you get to battle, it's very, very boring. It's not paced well. The action is not engaging, really. It's just frustrating. It's just bad. The Burton remake is just the same thing. It's a lot of except they kind of flame it as, hey, we're reimagining it. We're doing something different. Well, really, they were just doing the same thing. Then you watch Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which is more or less the same. We're still talking about the Burton remake. I'm tired. But, you know, it's more or less the same. But then you get to Rise. Rise is different. Now, a lot of people don't know this. It is not a reboot of the original Planet of the Apes. This movie is actually a continuation of the originals. It's a prequel to the originals. Now we are taking the last, so it's just a continuation to the very first movie. The other two, no. Those didn't, the other four didn't happen, basically, if is how the series works. I feel like that's for the best, because none of the sequels were really that great. They don't capture what I love about the series. And so I'm okay with Xing the others out. While I still enjoy moments of them. But Rise is also great because it is about Caesar. It's about the story. It does everything that you want. It's the best. It's one of the best out of the series. Dawn is the worst out of the trilogy because it's just a little too much exposition and not a lot happening, but it's still good. And then War, fantastic. Just excellent filmmaking, great movie. And that's really the Planet of the Apes series. Now, I haven't seen the live-action TV show or animated series. Those are out of print, sadly, on DVD. And with now Disney owning them, they should be on Disney Plus, but they're not. And I don't think they will be. I think if they're going to put them on Disney Plus, they'd put the newer ones. And I think the newer ones might be a little too violent for what Disney kind of will be willing to put on their service. So it's like, I don't know. But I hope that like some company gets the rights to the animated series and live action series, can do a reprinted version, maybe Mill Creek or something like that. But I feel like I made this video just to talk about the set because I think this set is going under the radar. And once it goes out of print, we're never going to get another really fantastic Planet of the Apes set like this. This is one of the best on the market. It's fantastic. The movies look beautiful. It's beautiful packaging. I will say this, be careful of this. Mine is kind of plastic tore a little bit. This isn't my fault. The guy I got it from, unfortunately, did that. But, again, not too big. The set is fantastic. Only thing I don't like about it's a little tall. Maybe they could have shortened down the set a little bit, but that's a nitpick. This set's fantastic. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Let me know your favorite Planet of the Apes movies down below. Have you seen the originals? Have you not? Definitely watch the original movie. I still think it holds up. It's still fantastic. But that's the video.